Welcome to our garden in August of 2025. So it's been a little while since we've updated here. Life has been busy this summer, and we thought we'd give you a little garden tour here in the middle of August. It's hot right now, super duper hot. We're actually in a drought. We haven't had rain for quite a while, and the garden is showing it, the grass is showing it, and today it's in the 80s, probably like 86 or 7, something like that, but it feels like it's in the 90s. As you can see, it's hot. Overall, our garden is doing okay though for what it's had to put up with this year. We've had some wins, we've had some losses, we've had some good things, not so good things, so I'm just going to take you through our garden, show you what we've got going, and show you the good, bad, and ugly. So let's start right over here on this end with the not so good. So over here is our where we planted our peas. Now peas are a colder weather crop anyway, so we got they came up well, they grew well, but then it got really hot really fast, and so we got maybe 2 good pickings off our pea row here. This side was the shelling peas, this side was the edible pod peas. We got a good crop of edible pod peas, not so much on the shelling peas. I think we got 1 good meal out of them, maybe a couple good meals of cooked peas, but we got 0 to freeze. We didn't get to preserve any for the winter at all. And as you can see now, the plants are dead. We're in the next day or so here going to pull these out, and I'm going to try to plant a fall crop of peas. So we'll till up this area and plant another crop and try to get a fall crop before the frost hits. And that way, hopefully, we'll be able to put some in the freezer for the winter. All right, as we continue over here, this row was our lettuce and our spinach. So we had spinach here and lettuce down at the farther end. Again, spinach is a cold crop. It likes cool weather. It does not like the hot weather. And so this has been done for a long time. As you can see here, the spinach has all bolted. And so it's all gone to flower and is no good anymore just because of the heat. So we'll be pulling that up as well. The chickens will love it. And again, we'll till this area up and plant some more spinach and some more lettuce for a fall crop. We did have a good bunch of spinach, and I was able to put some in the freezer, but we use a ton of spinach in our smoothies. We love spinach artichoke dip. We use it in soups and stir fries and a bunch of things. So I would like to plant a fall crop of those and be able to have more to put in the freezer. If I take you down here, I'll show you the lettuce. Right down here is our lettuce. And as you can see, that is all bolted as well. It's ready to be done. It doesn't like this heat. And it's bitter, very bitter. When I tasted it the other day, it was very, very bitter. So that will all get pulled out along with the peas and things. There goes Matt with his tractor. That will get all pulled out, and we will till this all up and be able to plant some fall cold crops. We'll plant some more lettuce, some more spinach, maybe some Swiss chard or beet greens, things like that do really well in the colder months. September, we usually get frost middle of October, 1st to middle of October. So we're trying to plant things that we'll be able to harvest before frost hits. Okay, so here's our onion row. That's the next thing in the list of things that we planted. And it's kind of fun to see. You can kind of look down the row and see the little bulbs sticking out of the ground. So they're coming along really well. This end of the garden tends to stay more wet than the far end of the garden. So we have about 2/3 of a row of good onions, and then down at that end where it's drier, they haven't grown as well. But we'll still get a good crop of onions, and I'm pleased with how they're growing. These are the grapevines that I started. I think we have a couple of different videos about that further back on our channel. I brought them down here to the garden because at our house the deer were eating them to pieces, and so this pot was the Concords, and unfortunately only one of them rooted, and it has died. It didn't survive. It got eaten by deer first of all, and then it tried to leaf out again, and it just couldn't survive the heat and the no water that's been going on here the last couple months. These over here are my Riviera grapes, and they're doing a lot better. They got eaten off multiple times, the leaves, but they've leafed out again, and they're looking a lot stronger and healthier. So I need to get them planted in the ground before like right off here. I need to get them planted so that they can get established before the frost comes. Over here we've got our cabbage. We've got a whole row here in the hopes of making sauerkraut. So the cabbage are starting to head up, which is exciting. If you get in here close, you can see the heads starting to form up in here. Maybe come along. So that's exciting. Hopefully we'll get some good cabbage. Look at this one right here. This one barely has any bug damage to it at all, so that's exciting. Then next we have our broccoli. Now it's been interesting this year. I've never had this happen before, but the broccoli is just starting to head up now. Broccoli enjoys cooler temperatures, and so usually it takes right off as soon as we plant it, and it heads up earlier. We've got our row of green beans, green bush beans, and we've been picking a lot off them. Let me see if I can find some here to show you. They're almost done for right now because it's getting hot and dry, and I've been picking them for a while here. So I think we've put about, see, they're starting to get smaller and not as long and lush and green. I've put about, I think, 20 quarts of beans in the freezer. These are still taste yummy. You want one? They still taste yummy though. I've put about 20 quarts of green beans in the freezer, and then I've canned 12 quarts, I think, of dilly beans. So they've produced well for us. And these, hopefully if we can keep this watered and get some rain, these beans will kind of stop producing for a little bit, and then they'll reflower again, and we'll get another picking of beans. It may not be as heavy a crop with the second round, but we should get some more beans before fall time, frost time. I did think about planting another row for a fall harvest over where our peas and lettuce and all of that was, but I think we have enough beans for this winter, so we'll plant other things. Then we have our rows of corn, and our corn is just in tassel. It's beautiful to watch the butterflies and bees and all the different pollinators around here pollinating them. Yeah, we're starting to get some little ears of corn here with silk on them, so that's exciting. We should soon have corn if we can get to it before the raccoons do. All right. Okay, we've got our row of cucumbers. Now, looking at them right now, they look kind of sad. That's because we're in the heat of the day. It's what time right now? 12:36. So we're in the heat of the day. It's really hot, and they tend to wilt down a little bit. We also have some cucumber beetle damage, which is causing some of the vines to die off or wilt. But the cucumbers, I have to say, are doing really, really well this year. I came out here this past Monday, and I picked 3/4 of a bushel basket full of cucumbers. So let me see, so far we've put up probably 12 to 13 quarts of dill pickles. And then I've made like 20 pints of mustard pickles and maybe 20 pints of bread and butter pickles. Plus we've had some just for fresh eating as well. So cucumbers are doing really, really well despite the cucumber beetle attack on them. Some plants have died off, but not many. They've actually kind of been able to keep on trucking even with the assault of the cucumber beetles. So this is our poor, measly looking tomato row. It looks like a wild jungle right now. I need to stake them. I didn't get them staked earlier. I still can stake them. It'll be fine. That's on my list of projects to do maybe tomorrow, if some of this heat will break. It's just so hard to be out here and work a lot when it's so hot. Anyway, we do have green tomatoes. As you can see, we're starting to get some green tomatoes. So that's exciting. Oh, there's another hornworm. That's the other thing that I need to talk about as far as the tomatoes go. They have been attacked just in this last week. They've been attacked by hornworms. Really, really bad. Now, I am not a squeamish person. I can gut out deer and bear or animals like that of any sort. I will, clean out chicken coops or animal barns. I don't mind getting dirty. I don't mind stink. I don't mind a lot of things. But let me tell you, hornworms are one of those things that are just disgusting to me. They just give me the creeps. But they really have started attacking my plants. What they do is they just eat your plants right bare. They'll eat the tomatoes off them. They'll eat the leaves. They'll eat everything right off. So all you have left is spindles. And you can see here where they're starting to do that. Let me show you what a hornworm looks like. Do you see it right here? That right there, this thing right here, is a hornworm. They're humongously huge worms that eat the plants, and you can see here it's been eating this tomato. So what I've been doing is taking a water bottle, scooping the worm off, and collecting them in the water bottles and taking them home for the chickens and ducks to eat. And that way, I don't have to touch the stupid worm. They are, for some reason, like I said, I'm not a squeamish person. These things gross me out. And if I just grab one, like I've touched them before, I can pick them up. If I just grab one, say, throw it on the ground and try to step on it, it just splats, shoots green all over, like all up your leg and way out. And so I don't want that. That's disgusting. I do have some BT coming, which is an organic spray that is not harmful to humans, pets. It's good, for the plants and all of that type of stuff, but it will kill the hornworms. So that's supposed to arrive tomorrow, and I am going to spray my plants with it. Otherwise, the hornworms will absolutely demolish my tomato plants, and I won't get any tomato harvest this year at all. I saw a smaller one here just a minute ago. Where did it go? Oh, right down here. Oh, where did it go? Right here, just a small one. These aren't so bad, the teeny ones, but when they get huge, they're disgusting. But I did read online that you can get a black light flashlight and come out at night and they will glow. And so then you can collect the worms that are glowing. I don't see that other one now. So we'll continue on, and if I end up seeing it, I will come back and grab it. All right, so our next row here is our peppers, and they are just starting to form up fruit. We've got some little ones coming, as you can see here. We got some tiny-ish ones. Oh, look, that one's starting to rot. I'm going to pick that one because it's starting to get some rot on it, and I don't want to lose it. But we've got some small ones coming. These are our bell peppers on this end. So we should soon have some to be able to use for fresh eating, to make salsa with, all of that type of thing. Okay, if you follow me down here, these are our banana peppers, and they are just coming into flower now. So I don't know, I struggled to get banana peppers last year. I didn't get very many. I had beautiful plants, but I didn't really get many actual banana peppers. So hopefully this year we'll get more than we did last year. Hopefully before frost time they will start producing. But again, the hornworms like pepper plants as well, so I'm going to have to spray them as well because I don't want to lose my pepper crop. I saw one down here that's been eaten quite heavily by the hornworms, so I'm going to have to really get on top of that as soon as I can. The last thing we have here is our sweet potato row, and they are doing really well. They're just vining out all over the ground here, and hopefully underneath they're forming up sweet potatoes. Then we have our carrots. Now our carrots made a very poor showing this year. They didn't germinate well. We just have a very few that came up. We'll maybe be able to get 2 or 3 eatings off of them, but if that. But we won't have any to freeze from this, or can, or whatever we want to do with them from this row here. So I'm tossing around the idea of planting some more for a fall harvest again, like a late season harvest. If I can find some carrots that are short enough days to maturity, then I will plant some more and try to get us a good crop of carrots that we can actually preserve for the winter. One more thing to show you. Oh yes, here, while we're right here, this is the pepper plant that's just been eaten by the hornworms. They just really have, you can see how they've eaten it all off here. So we've got stuff coming to treat them. As you can see here, this is what they do to tomato plants. They just eat all the leaves and the tomatoes right off and just ruin them. So one more thing to show you over here, and that is our dill. I struggle to get dill to grow, so I'm really excited that this year the dill is growing really well. It's heading up. These are the flowers, and pretty soon they'll just be nice big seed heads of flowers. But I've been cutting off of them to make our dill pickles and our dilly beans with, and it smells so amazingly good. When I'm out here picking the cucumbers and checking all of the plants, I can smell the dill. So this is exciting. This is kind of special because this dill, I planted the seeds for this dill from seeds that my dad gave me. He had collected from his own dill, and he gave me the seeds, a little bottle of seeds, and I planted it this year, and it's grown really well. So that's my, I'm able to remember my dad every time I think of the dill. And he's in Canada growing his garden this year too. So it kind of just makes me feel closer to him when I look at my dill or pick it. So that is our August garden tour. Not spectacular, but not horrible either. One thing you will notice is there are no potatoes. We planted 2 rows of potatoes. Only a few came up, and the ones that did come up, the potato bugs ate them off before they could even get going. Like they'd just poke through the ground, the potato bugs would just riddle them before they could even get growing. So we do not have regular potatoes this year, but that's okay. We've got sweet potatoes growing, so we'll be able to at least put them away for the winter. So thank you so much for joining us on this garden tour. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, if you've got any tips or tricks to get rid of hornworms, which I see one right over here, I'm looking at one that I need to get, leave it in the comments below, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, friends.